Hey everybody, Rajat here. So developers are known to have this sort of online portfolio where they list everything they have done or their qualifications or everything related to that, which they can send out to the potential client or the recruiter. So basically, in short, they have this online portfolio which they can forward to anybody as a proof that they know their stuff well, right? And basically, in order to create those online portfolios, they use some sort of online service like web hosting or some sort of programming language in order to create that portfolio. And basically it can be HTML page, but most of the times it is mostly some backend language along with some HTML. But today I'm going to show you a way using which you can create a really rich web page without writing any code, and you can deploy it on the web, and you can have a custom URL with your own domain name without writing any single piece of code, without deploying anything. I will just show you how to do it. So for today's setup, we are going to use a bunch of online services. We are going to use this application or the productivity application known as Notion. So basically it's a note taking application, or you can say a productivity application where you can take notes. You can create wikis, you can create all sorts of boards like Kanban boards and all, right? So we are going to create a Notion doc and host it over the internet. And we also going to host it in such a way where we are going to mask the actual URL with our own domain name. So it is going to work like this. We are going to use Cloudflare DNS for resolving the actual Notion doc. When you initiate the request to a certain domain name, for example, if I can show you, this is my resume hosted on Notion and served by Cloudflare. Coming back to this diagram, so when you type in the domain name, it goes to the Cloudflare DNS. Then the Cloudflare DNS kicks in the Cloudflare worker. The worker is basically a runtime which can execute serverless code, and that serverless code is going to fetch the Notion doc from the Notion API, and then that Notion doc is going to be served to this worker thread, and then this worker thread is going to return the data over to the client, right? So this is what is happening over here. My Notion doc, which is this doc, is actually hosted at this place. So this is the actual doc. It has this public URL. Okay. So we are going to use this URL later on in order to create our service. And this particular URL has been masked by this particular URL. I am going to show you how to do this. So first of all, you have to create the document itself. So you should create an account on Notion, and then over here you get to see this add button. You can create a page, and from this template part you can select any sort of template you want. Here we want a resume template, and this is a template I am using. You can use whatever template you can, or you can create something on your own. So you do not have to just use this particular sort of template. You can design your own stuff and you can create everything. But for my resume, I have just used that template only. Okay, so just click on this use template button, and then this particular page will be created for you. Now you have to change the data and do the manipulation so that it reflects your information. Once you have that, this is the URL to this particular document. So once you have created that, you have to sign up for Cloudflare, and you have to park your domain on Cloudflare. Once your domain is parked on Cloudflare, you will get to see it over here. As you can see, I have parked these many domains on Cloudflare. Once you are done with the parking of your domain, you have to go to the DNS records of your domain. If you click on the domain name, you will be taken to this screen. Then head over to the DNS section, and over here you have to create a record. By clicking this add record button, you can create a new record. So the type will be a record. Then the subdomain, as I am using this resume subdomain over here, you can use whatever subdomain you would like. I recommend that you host your portfolio or resume powered by Notion Dog on a subdomain instead of hosting it on the root domain, because then your root domain will be free enough to host some other application, right? So just create whatever domain you would like and then put in the IP address. Now in this IP address you can put anything. I can just type in this 1.1.1.1 and it is not going to be resolved to the actual IP as we have this proxied thing on. What this means is that this particular IP is not going to be resolved and your request will be intercepted by the Cloudflare servers. And once the interception happens, we are going to trigger the Cloudflare worker. So the request will never reach this IP address. It will be intercepted and it will be served by a Cloudflare worker. Okay, as you can see here, it has been proxied. So since the record is already added in my DNS entries, I am not going to add it, but this is how you can add it. Once you are done with that, you have to go to this site fruitionsite.com. Basically, using this site, we are going to create the worker script, the actual serverless code which we want to put on the Cloudflare worker. Now this particular code will actually fetch the data from the Notion Dog and serve it to the web browser. Okay, so just go to fruitionsite.com and scroll down to this part. Okay, then type in your domain name. So my domain is resume.rajatsaxena.dev. okay, and the Notion URL. Okay, so this is our Notion URL. So type it over here. Okay, and then just click on this copy the code button. Once you are done with that, come back to the Cloudflare DNS, click on this worker button. Over here you can create a worker. As you can see, I have this worker added, right? I can create more workers here. Go to this manage workers section and here you will get to see this create worker button. Click on this and over here you have to copy paste your script which you have copied from the Fruition site. Okay, and if you scroll to the very top, you will get to see that resume.rajatsaxena.dev is listed as the my domain value and then the actual slug to the page, which is this slug, okay, is listed over here, and this is the only information that is required. You can just click on this save and deploy. Okay, once you do this save and deploy, you will get a worker URL. Okay, since I have already done that, I am not going to deploy it, and my resume is deployed over here. This is the URL. So you are going to get this sort of a URL once your worker is deployed, but still, as you can see, it is deployed at this particular URL, right? It is not the URL on which you wanted to host it on, right? Now you have to link your actual URL to this. So in order to bind it to the actual URL you want to host it on, you have to go back to workers. Okay, and then click on this add route button. Okay, over here you have to write resume dot whatever your domain is or whatever the subdomain is. So the actual URL you want to host it on, then the / then the star button, so as to reflect that you want to just resolve to this particular URL, no matter what sort of other path is provided. You just want to resolve it to the actual worker, irrespective of the path, right? So whatever comes after this / is the path. You want to resolve every single path to this particular worker. Now click on this worker thing and you will get to see the worker you have created for yourself. So select that thing and click save. After some time, your website will become live at this particular location, and the location will be listed here. Then you will be able to just click on it, or just you will be able to type in and visit your Notion doc. So it will become visible at your particular URL which you have provided. Then it is as simple as just going back to your Notion doc and editing anything. So once you do that, and as soon as you hit refresh over here, your changes will be visible. So this can come really handy when you want to create a web page where you want to put updates on it, you want to update it frequently, but still you do not want to go through all the hula hoops of writing the actual HTML stuff, then committing the code over to your code repository, then kicking the CDCI or deploying the code over to your hosting service, right? So you don't actually need a development machine in order to update anything. If I want to just update my contact information, I can just go on and just click on the actual Notion doc, and I can just edit it here. If I can show you, since it is locked, I am going to unlock it and then I'm going to put it edited. So as you can see that this edited thing is visible without me deploying anything or committing anything to the Git repo. So it is as simple as that. So the combination of Fruition, Notion and Cloudflare allows you to do this sort of thing, where you do not have to write any sort of code, but still can have an updatable live web page. So I hope that you have learned something new, and in case you have created your Notion powered web page, do comment with your web page in the comment section. In case you have any doubt or query, make sure you chime in with your queries in the comment section. I read every single comment and I will try to reply or rectify your doubt or queries. So with that, we have reached to the conclusion of this video. In case you are interested in building technical stuff, writing softwares, career advices related to software development industry and everything related to that, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I see you guys over in the next video. Bye.